messages and conversations stolen by China to use apps for encrypted messaging. Here's Pierre Thomas.
Glory, glory to the eternal living God. Blessed be his worth, blessed be his might, blessed be his glory, blessed be his will, blessed be his heavens, for the heavens is his throne. Blessed be the earth, because the earth is his footstool. Your will of all of your life lies in the will of your God. Blessed be the glory of your God in Jesus Christ's name in this day. Now, family, okay, now, is this show called Implications? All I want to know is, okay, now, what can these people do with the data that they steal from us? We already have programs that we can pay into called LifeLock, and they'll sit up there and they'll watch our homes and they'll watch our cells to make sure that nobody is trying to steal our identity. Shouldn't your government do that? They told us to keep an eye on our social security number and all that stuff and our numbers and everything. But shouldn't your government do that? They worrying about Doge and what they doing. But shouldn't they have a government for this specific reason? Is this the reason why they trying to cut TikTok all over again? Because you got those, they would say international hackers, but when you take people globally like that and you put them on your FBI wanted list, because it's 10 of them, you know what I'm saying? It's 10 Asian men, and the FBI put them on they most watch list. They looking for them. So it's those 10 people that's doing that, and those same 10 people, those 10 Asian men would be the equivalent of the Asian Anonymous. You know how you got that hacker group Anonymous, and you know they be doing stuff to people. Same thing, family, same thing. So your government, once more again, started this. I want to know what is the real. I'm gonna bring 2 stories before you today, and somewhere in this we're gonna figure it out. I want to know what they really can do with your data like that. Why is it so important to have an American's phone number? Why is it so important to attract an American who they calling? We already got our government, which is the NSA. They told us back in 1979, they say anything that you will put on any listening device will be recorded here in America. What does that mean, Jehoshaphat? I'm just saying that the NSA, they told us back in 1979 that anything transmitted. So you go, let's say you had a recording on your phone and it was just for you. They even gonna steal that information too. They're listening to everything, everybody, everywhere. At any time they can access your information. So they told us that a long time ago. We know we ain't got no rights in that. But for the life of me, family, I'm just trying to figure out up over here, why is it so damn important, so damn important to steal an American's number? Now, what I wanted to say about the devil is that you must flee from the devil. We already know that you gotta to really be a good person and to do what's righteous in this world is to hate evil. We already know that. If you're on that pathway that God got you on and you walking and you doing all of the things and you pleasing him, you really in your lifetime, you hate evil. Okay, we know that, you know what I'm saying? But at the same token, we must resist evil. So people don't understand and they don't like it. Okay, when they look at the word of God, they looking at it, but they really don't believe it like that. They really don't believe all of the everything that's in the Bible. They don't believe. They look at it like it's an analogy or an anagram, or it was a metaphor, or it was symbolic, it was some type of poetry. That's how they look at it. They won't truly believe it like that. So when the master tells me that you got to resist the devil, that means the devil going to come up to you trying to get you to give in to sin. It does not necessarily have to be the devil. It could be one of his children. You have to resist the devil for him to flee. That let me know that the Antichrist is going to come up to me and try to make me fall into sin, give in to sin. I have a choice. What do you choose to do? You know what I'm saying? As you going to entertain the devil and all this wickedness and all this evilness? Or are you going to resist the devil? Are you going to flee? Are you going to resist the devil? If you resist the devil, he will flee, family. He going to send, if it not be him, I'm not even going to sit up here and say, oh, well, it's not going to be him himself. If it's not him himself, it's going to be one of his children, family. For the devil got the power to have a body of light, so he could take any form to me. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people be like, oh, Joseph, you so hard on us. You take the Bible so literally. But that's what your Lord said. He said at one point, he said at some time, he didn't say at one point or sometimes, all the time the devil is going to try to make you fall into your sin because he's going to tempt you. If you resist, key word, if you resist the devil, he will flee. That means you in something. You and me and all of them and all of us, we're in something. What are we in, Jehoshaphat? We got the devil up over here trying to come around us and trying to make us give into our sin. We could be away from our sin. We could be down the street from our sin. We could have left our sin like 20 years ago, but he's still going to come around trying to make us give into our sin. That is a choice. You must resist the devil and he will flee. And I can say it just like that because the bottom of all of the scripture, it boils down to that point. Now let's get back into this. Glory, glory to the great God of the heavens and the earth, for he is worthy. Now, I'm still trying to figure out. Let's see what they got to say.
Tonight, the chairman of the Senate Intelligence Committee telling ABC News millions of Americans could potentially be impacted by a massive Chinese hacking and espionage campaign. Authorities now say at least 8 American telecommunications giants were compromised as part of a recently discovered global hacking operation. The news coming as ABC News learned U.S. authorities suspected data of hundreds of thousands of U.S. mobile phone users was stolen, with more than 1 million unsuspecting consumers likely affected.
Senator, just how serious is this issue? This is the worst telecom hack in United States history.
According to the FBI, the Chinese government stole a large amount of data, including who the phone users were talking to, when they spoke, and where they were communicating from. In some cases, the Chinese hackers were able to read text messages and to actually listen in on conversations of a small group of high-profile Americans. But officials today also acknowledging,
I wonder if you had an Obama phone, would they still been able to do that to you? When it was time in the government, they was giving out them phones. We had them before Obama, but it's a government phone. If you had that government phone, would they be able to intercept your communications, your messages, your text messages, and who you call?
the massive privacy implications for so many average Americans. Tonight, they're urging consumers to use encrypted apps for their communications, including text messages and voicemail recordings.
Officials acknowledge that those hackers are still in those phone networks and say it will take some time to get them out.
How we owe them money and they hacking us now? How? How is that? You know what I'm saying? Is that what their retaliation is? Oh, you owe us $31 trillion. We gonna start hacking y'all phones now because we want to see what y'all talking about. I don't get it.
Saying not just politicians and government leaders, but everyday Americans too in this country affected by this Chinese hack. Pierre Thomas, this is something. Thank you.
Damn, that's all they got for us. Damn. Let's go back. Damn, that's all you got. You ain't got no more help for us or nothing.
Learning more tonight about the massive Chinese hack into phone systems right here in the U.S. Federal authorities acknowledging for the first time Chinese hackers successfully stole data from hundreds of thousands of Americans, hacking at least 8 telecommunication companies, and now suggesting Americans who don't want their text messages and conversations stolen by China to use apps for encrypted messaging. Here's Pierre Thomas.
Excuse me. You mean to tell me they hacked all that stuff from way up over there? Man, y'all need to leave computers alone. y'all need to leave computers alone. And y'all the same people who sit up there and they be all like, yeah, I wonder if the AI is gonna take over. You know damn well, you know, because look at what your brother I said to you so long ago, and I keep on telling y'all, all my brothers and sisters, I tell you, in your lifetime, you gonna see the return of Jesus Christ. You gonna see some robots walking around, or you gonna see some aliens. Now that I got more knowledge about God and about this earth and about this universe, about all of the celestial and the terrestrial, I know about all of that stuff from what God said. I don't believe in UFOs no more. I used to, you know what I'm saying? But I bet you God said that it's people that live beneath the earth. I bet you believe in that. You know what I'm saying? They call them snake people. They call them mole people. They call them all kind of stuff. But I'm pretty sure that it's people that live within this earth. I'm pretty damn sure. I don't have to, or humanoid. You know what I'm saying? They humanoid. They got some type of humanoid type body. I'm pretty damn sure. So I don't believe in, you know what I'm saying? I read the book of Jubilee. I read all about Ezekiel. I read all about a lot, family. And it doesn't talk about nothing. It don't talk about no aliens like that. It don't say nothing like that. So I took that one off. That was my me. I can't even say prophesizing, but predicting. You know what I'm saying? Those three events you will see in your lifetime. One of them have already happened. I told you that robots will be walking around, talking, doing all kind of stuff. I told y'all that. You know what I'm saying? Damn near 20 years ago, I told y'all, I'm like, man, you better get ready for these robots. These robots is finna mess y'all up. You know what I'm saying? These robots is finna beat y'all ass. You know what I'm saying? And you gonna let them. You gonna let them. You gonna sign up for that. You gonna vote for that. You gonna be out there every single day. You gonna sign up for it. You ain't even gonna fight against it like that. Okay, I said the alien part, take that out. But you can say, you can sit here and say that I was almost right, because the snake people or the mole people, they would be alien to us because we don't know. It'd be like Sasquatch or like the Bigfoot or Nessie or something. It'd be like the Loch Ness Monster or something. It's something that we have never seen that we can't identify with. So it's alien. Them snake people that live under the ground, I bet you if they popped out the ground, I bet you be scared. So I'm still saying I'm partially right, because it's not an alien from another planet, but it's an alien that you haven't seen. Okay, you've seen the robots. Y'all better get ready for Jesus. You know what I'm saying? You better get ready for him to come back. Okay, let's go. It could happen any day now, family. Any day now, family. Any day could be the rapture, family. Any day, family. The whole sky just crack up open, and all you see is the Lord, and all of the many of nations, they grinch their teeth when they see the Lord. So they ain't never seen a black man in the sky. You know what I'm saying? They ain't never seen a black man in the sky. They would do that. You know what I'm saying? They would do that. Okay, do they got any more information? Do they got any more information for us? I don't think so. I don't think they trying to help us. Or are they trying to really do something about it? Is this why they don't let none of the corporations sit there? And, you know, I'm just dragging out this show. I hope you know that, because I thank you for enjoying this time with your brother Jehoshaphat Israel here in the house that God has made. So I'm trying to give you a show at the same time, even though it's not that long like that. Ain't that dedication, my brothers? Ain't that dedication, my sisters? So I don't know, family. I don't know why, but remember, it goes back to those 10 Chinese men that the FBI put on their most wanted. So they looking for them. They're pursuing these men. So in retaliation, is that what they're doing? Are they being paid by some corporation? Are they paying them to do that, to see how weak the United States defenses are far as in telecommunication and information receiving? So I'm just looking at it, family. I'm just looking at it like, why? Then they tell us on the other side, they tell us, well, you better get a cryptic number and a cryptic call and crypt this and cryptic that. Why? Shouldn't you do something about it? But then this happens right here because those people are out there.
And her hair business.
How did this happen, and how many get the money back?
The FBI calls this the phantom hacker, and it's growing rapidly. Scammers impersonate bank representatives to convince victims that hackers have infiltrated their financial account. Victims are urged to move their money fast to protect their assets. In reality, there was never a hacker, and the money that was wired is now fully controlled by the scammer. FBI Special Agent Rachel LaRoche says a legitimate financial institution is not going to ask you to move your money elsewhere. She says consumers have to be skeptical.
And they may even be able to spoof that bank's phone number so that on your caller ID of your phone or cell phone, it might show that it's the bank. Scammers do not discriminate against anyone. They want money from anybody that they can take it from.
Jackson's dreams of opening her own brick and mortar now deferred. Her $20,000 gone.
People that do this tell their people you don't know what's in somebody's life. It's not just stolen from me, it's stolen from my kids too.
Bank of America tells the I-Team in cases like this, they attempt to get the money back, but
I hate to stop it right here. Let me tell another story. It's a damn shame, family. It's a damn shame when you have had your identity stolen from you more than 10 times. I remember this white chick was sitting there telling me, she said, I only need a couple of things and I steal your whole damn identity. She wasn't playing, family. She wasn't playing, family, sitting up over there. You know what I'm saying? Because I look up and then they tell me the person, the IRS or however I get the information back on who took the information, and it'd be a white girl. Come on, man. I remember when hackers was fairly starting up, and they would always hit the big dog, the big corporations, the big companies. They would hit them. They would never mess with the small people, the civilians, the citizens. They would never mess with them. They would always shoot at people who have billions of dollars like ExxonMobil or somebody.
there is no guarantee the bank will be able to recover the funds once their client authorizes the transfer. Bank of America says it will never call and ask the client to send money through Zelle or a wire transfer ever. We do have more tips to protect consumers on our news app and website, abc7chicago.com. Samantha Chapman, ABC7, Eyewitness News.